Good morning. How are you doing? Weirdly, the microphone is like every day I feel like it's further to the left than I want it to be. I think it's an illusion. Okay, can I zoom in on this? I don't know if that's big enough for you, but anyway. Welcome back. We're going to do some more Humankind. The first thing that, so two things that we'll do. We'll actually play a game, of course. I did want to look at the new patch notes that they have put out for a bit of analysis. And I'll also actually record this particular section. And we can see how the patch notes go. And then we'll play a game, of course, on Humankind difficulty. We'll probably do a bit of a deeper analysis kind of a video. So kind of a game which will probably be quite fun. Okay, let's start with the patch notes. So version 1.0.3.253, which was done yesterday, I guess. It's a small update. Okay. Changes and additions. So added coastal sieges. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that was possible. I'm interested to see those. Added a notion of attacker anarchism to limit the damage formula. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's I don't know what that means. Add a notification when only one technology is left to activate the endgame trigger. Okay. Added subtitles color picker, great. Added a dedicated icon to the war score. Okay. Added a war score breakdown in the crisis panel. So I guess this explains a little bit more about how the war score either gets added or created or whatever. Added a select button in all military forces in all cities and outpost panels to focus the camera on those elements and select them. Okay. Added information on next threshold on pollution tooltips. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's talking about what happens at the next level of pollution or something like that. Added game speed and game difficulty information to game saves. Okay, cool. Added a full screen option in the video settings. Added a tool to manage and share a persona. Great. Added several new hints. Right. Improved the flow of dialogues and missions between avatars in the diplomacy screen. Okay, that is sometimes kind of clunky, so that's good. Improved the surrender panel. Improved the pathfinding computation over the fog of war. Okay, I'm interested to see what the difference there is. Sometimes the the algorithm just assumes that anything in the fog of war is perfect. So I don't know. Improved the display speed of the avatars in the lobby screen. Okay, improved feedback for naval transport, militias, and siege weapon. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Improved the way AI makes predictions when evaluating a battle. Okay, improved the way AI armies will consider going through safe territories to get closer to the target. Improved the way AI empires synchronize their armies for an attack. Yeah, so in the past, it was kind of random. Like, you would have a war declared on you, and then it's like they never really do anything, or they send their armies sort of one at a time. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Improve the way AI Empire uses bombardment. Maybe this is related to... I don't even know what bombardment is. Okay. AI empires will now focus more on their emblematic districts and should be more efficient in their placement. AI empires should now properly place commons quarters to gain stability. Updated default keyboard shortcuts. Endgame stats now correctly track food produced rather than food net, which tends to always be around 0. Okay. Reduce combat strength. Yeah, this is like where the graph sort of wiggles around versus sort of the aggregate amount of food that you actually manage to produce. Reduce combat strength, the effect of the violent pursuits event. I assume this is the one where you get like 7 combat strength, which is kind of a lot. So, I mean, that's good. Reduce combat strength of effect of the only game in town event. Maybe that's the same thing. Stability penalty of being overdrawn in terms of influence now scales quadratically. Maybe this is when you have negative influence. Slightly reduces Sonic Holds bonus. Ooh. I don't know exactly what that bonus is supposed to be, but the penalties of picking the Huns. Okay. Merchant gains now scale more with errors. Maybe they improved merchant cultures. Street gains now scale quadratically with errors. I don't know what they mean by gains. Reduced expansionist costs. Oh, that's one of the traits, I think. That's good. It used to be quite expensive, and you would only be able to do it once, and then, you run out of money, kind of a thing. Okay. Reduce the impact of faith. Did they make shamanism and polytheism worse? It'll be interesting. Increased cost of claims for players on the high end of the territory count. Okay. I guess they made it more expensive to claim territory the more you get. Reduced per district stability impact of local pollution. Okay, that's good, because at least maybe you can now consider using some of the pollution stuff a little bit earlier on. Global pollution effects now scale with district count. Okay, natural reserves now recapture pollution. Natural reserves. I don't know what natural reserves are, but okay. Increased global pollution thresholds by a factor of 2.5. That's good. You used to get through it pretty quickly. Balance local and global pollution effects to put more importance on local effects. Please note that impact on faith and influence doesn't not use the right feedback on local pollution tooltip on a territory. Okay. Slightly reduced pollution impacts of airports, airfields, and other spatial districts to which pollution reductions don't apply. Some infrastructure now reduces pollution from airports. Okay, cool. Sewage treatment plants now reduces farmers' quarter pollution. I think that's good. There used to be no way of actually doing it. Loosen civics prerequisite to make rare civics more likely to appear. Okay, very cool. There are lots of civics that we've never actually seen. Added a minimum value to multiply properties for enacting and cancelling civics, preventing some exploits. Okay. Changed meter strength from capitalist to moneymaker. Well, that looks worse. Merchants, I assume this is, I don't know exactly what Midas is, but merchant cultures are not the best. So, okay, fix an issue. So important fixes. Fix an issue where civics cannot be unlocked under specific conditions. Fix an issue where frame rate drops in Canterbury due to trade routes. Okay, and due to Soviet districts. Okay. Fix an issue where district 3D models are no longer displayed under specific conditions. Yep, we've seen that quite a few times. Fix an issue where army pawns disappear and combat previews gets locked. Yeah, we've seen that happen a few times as well, although I haven't had combat preview get locked. Fix an issue where retreating from a battle with an aircraft carrier carrying air units causes the air units to disappear. Okay, that's good. Fix an issue where battle cannot be ended under specific conditions. Fix an issue where a battle cannot be ended due to it being stuck itself because it has no target. Fix an issue where the end turn cannot be ended. Where the end turn cannot be ended due to the war support panel being empty, right? Fix an issue where the end turn can't be ended due to the battle manager notification being not displayed. Fix an issue where the end turn can't be ended where independent people starts a crisis under specific conditions, right? Fix an issue where AIs are targeting curiosities in the fog of war. Okay, that's good. Fix an issue where AI personas are reset to default ones when loading multiplayer saves. Fix an issue where the diplomacy log information is not retained through safe load. That's good. Fix an issue where errors generating when could occur when launching new missiles against Moscow City. Yeah, we saw that quite a lot. Move ratio is negative, right? When accessing airstrike aftermath report, missile strike in a battle. Okay. Fix an issue where power ability can be used multiple times by reloading. Okay, that's not cool. Fix an issue where harbors are not excluded from city's main borough, meaning that opposing players can't move their ships onto a harbor. Right. Fix an issue where culture wonders are reset to an unplaced state instead of transferring ownership. Become positive different exploitation feedback than regular outposts, right? Fix an issue where influence bias cost scaling and not handling game speed. Luxury resource breakdown incorrectly describes its source. What does it say? Not specifically that their cost is reduced when being constructed on a compatible project. Okay. List automatically scrolled after each added infrastructure and public ceremony to the construction queue, right? When constructing a district in the arms factory, not showing any breakdowns. Okay, we're not found by the placement for floating market, right? Never actually placed that. Natural wonders name change to exploitation once a district built on adjacent tile. Coal generators affect the electricity technology is not fully functional. That's not good. At least they fixed it. Fixed the issue where the extremely difficult way for mitigate pollution when having a low stability, right? Local pollution threshold scaling with world size. Great. City stability breakdown does not list the district pollution penalties separately. Local pollution effects are displayed in the city's famous faith and influence breakdowns. Yeah. End of the journey, pollution related important notification does not indicate who's the top polluter and what it has, and that it has received fame. Okay, fixing issue where destroying forests does not generate pollution. Fixing issue where sometimes the local pollution tulip doesn't update. Where uranium deposits can spawn water tiles. Okay. Lots of other things. Fixing issue where empires don't wait for culture choice and low game difficulties. Never use buyout to finish construction. Okay. Don't launch a siege assault when no other options are available. This is something that the AI did a lot when you siege them, is that they just assault you straight away. Or, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what this particular issue is. I thought sometimes the AI will always like sally out. I don't know. Generated when loading a save file can occur for single tile bombardment. Okay, airpads cannot properly target territories with the culture affinity action. Properly when out of movement points joining a battle. They cannot reach, right? Empires would try to regroup armies that could not reach each other when besieging or capturing a city under specific conditions, where reinforcements are not properly taken into account in battle estimations. I think we saw it a few times. Empires would disband their own embarked armies. That's pretty stupid. Pathfinding computation, right? Okay, anything else? Miscellaneous. I mean, there's more in here, but it's maybe a bit too much for us to go through in detail. Sounds like they're fixing a lot of issues. They have done some things with pollution, so maybe in this game we'll look at pollution again and see how much of an effect, how much of an impact it has now. Looks like they've reduced the impact of pollution, which is good. Also looks like there are lots of improvements to the AI, so we'll see how we go. Making the AI better is always kind of scary, but anyway. Okay. Oh, I need to move the camera, don't I? The camera was still optimized for the other game we were playing, Deathloop. If you haven't seen that and you're interested in watching a Deathloop playthrough, it's actually all available on my channel as past live streams. So I finished it in about 4 days, about 20 hours of content in total. Okay. Right, we have to look at all of this. So large, 6 competitors. I want normal pace. I had it on Blitz because I was, I don't know, trying some stuff out. Humankind, not peaceful mode. Okay. Let's see. We want 2 continents, about 60% land mass. No new world, some islands, I think that's fine, both hemispheres. I always get disappointed when I I always get disappointed when I get near the equator because it's, I don't know, not as interesting. Let's do northern continent spread. Many big lakes. I've never actually seen that many lakes, but okay. Rivers, many, few. Elevation center. Okay, I think this is fine. So let's see how we go. Been a little while, so we have to see. I assume that the auto explore thing doesn't work anymore. That's alright. I never liked that very much anyway. Sometimes my new units sort of go into random directions.
A new era, a new epoch.
Okay.
While your tribe looks to you for leadership, the weight of all those future, unborn generations also weighs upon your decisions. What sort of lives will they have?
Okay, so we actually have some very interesting coastal land here. A harbor right here is going to be amazing, or maybe right here. The other thing that happened is that we spawned on this river, which means that we can explore the river upstream with our downstream if we wanted to, without any penalty, which is always good. Stepping on a river is quite expensive, so it's always nice to sort of start on one. So some choices here. I could go up the coast, but then I'd be wasting sort of this part of the exploration right now, right? Like food can't spawn in the water, or even if it did, I can't go and grab it, which is why I'm inclined to go inland, because every tile I reveal here actually will have a possibility of having food on it, right? Plus there's some mountain or some hill or elevation change here, and going up in elevation is always a good step because it gets you more information. Now I think that we made the north cold, so we're sort of in the middle, so in the southerly direction, you know, there should be some really good land. So yeah, that's why I'm going to step in this direction. I'm going to step one at a time, because each step might change
So next time, it might be better
the decision. Okay, so I have one movement left. I could use it to jump onto this other river, Or I can, actually I probably will use it because I would like to stay on some of this higher land. The other thing I could do is actually move towards here because it looks like there's some quite open territory over there. So actually I might go in this direction. And that'll be the last of my move. Now I did notice that we got 15 food out of that, which is quite a decent amount, almost enough for our second unit. Okay. So we're going to want to step up as much as we can. Okay, now we have a bit of a choice here. Stepping onto this food gets me guaranteed another tribe. And then with that other tribe, I can actually go after this discovery, right? So rather than go onto this discovery and then go here, which would take me 2 turns, I would rather go get the food, get the second tribe, and then get the second tribe to actually grab this curiosity. So that's what we're going to do. The other thing is I could step like this, which the game is sort of recommending to me, but it would actually be better to step onto this hill first to get a little bit more vision. So we'll do that. And then we'll grab this food, right? So then we'll pick this other unit here, and it looks like there's another curiosity, and we can actually step them out and walk them onto that curiosity. And again, I'm gonna prefer walking them at the top of this ridge line rather than the bottom.
If you learn nothing else, you could learn what killed them.
Okay, the other thing that just happened is that we got our first bit of influence. So influence is always very good, and what I will want to do with this unit is maybe step them back onto this river system next turn and actually place a place an outpost. The reason I'm likely to go for this location is because I can actually do it in 1 turn and then go for that curiosity the next, versus having to do sort of a 3-turn kind of a thing, which would be quite expensive. The other thing that I noticed here is that we actually have a deer, which means there's likely to be other kinds of animals and maybe even a sanctuary in this direction over here, which will be quite good. Okay. Now, the only unfortunate part here is that this unit is right next to this river, so I am going to step them like around this river. Okay, so we found the sanctuary right here, which is excellent because this gets us another unit over here, and then I'll probably keep these together and try to find some mammoths. And then with you, so we can either do the 11 or the 7. So I'm gonna prefer the 16 food 7 production over the 11 food because it's just better, right? This would be better, but it takes me 2 turns to get there, and that's way too long here in the early game. Like I need this unit to keep moving. It can't be stuck on creating these outposts, but I also need to create these outposts as early as possible. Now this has revealed some food over here, so I'm likely to prefer going for this food than for that curiosity, because the food is kind of the most important almost element. Now I still don't understand why I guess there's a cliff here, so okay, so we'll go in this direction and then we'll grab this food. I think they buffed the amount of food that you get from all of these. There's a huge amount of rivers right over here, so whatever we do here will be quite good. Okay, so there's food there as well, but we're going to burn down this sanctuary. So we'll keep this as 2 units and go after some of these deer. But this one here will get these guys to step back and go for the curiosity. No, let's not move them straight away next turn. So we're on 3 or 5, we're in turn 4. We have until about turn 7, probably, to make our pick. We're likely to get our the units that we need maybe next turn or the turn after. We'll see how we go. Okay, let's see what these animals do. So there's a mammoth over there. You almost always want to go for the mammoth because it gets you both influence as well as an extra food. So that's why I'm going for this, and I picked this location because I get 2 non-river tiles in this deployment zone. And non-river tiles are really important. Can't get them there, but I do a lot of damage to this mammoth because the mammoth is standing on the river. Now it decided to get off the river. If I step here, I can't step there, unfortunately. I would like to surround them. But... okay, so the mammoth attacked me on this unit, so I shouldn't attack with that unit. I should just defend on here. Okay, and this round I really need to kill the mammoth. Okay, so I've just gained enough units here to actually advance the area. The other thing here, I am going to go for this retain. Actually, no, I'll go for this protect, because actually this will get me an additional population, which will generate a lot more than the +2 science. So, actually it's only 10 turns. I'm gonna go for it anyway. Okay, so I could advance now, but... still turn 5, and I have at least next turn to actually pick what I want to do. Okay, we'll definitely get this curiosity. +1 science. Never saw it be that low. Okay. With this unit, I would like to explore over here, because I can already see that there's no food in here, but there's still some fog of war, and you know, even if I stepped all the way, like, I wouldn't find any, but there's still a good chance that we might find some food in here. Plus we found this layer, which is really good. So we'll step onto this river. I don't know. I think 1, 2, 3. I think that we should be able to step onto the layer next turn. So we'll see how we go. There's no food available on here. I don't think I can step those guys out. If I see another mammoth, I would attack the mammoth, although it's slightly risky with a very low health unit. Okay. We're going to stay in this area, and we'll see how we go in this turn. Now, this tribe unit, I will step onto this food. Actually, if we do this if we join up all of these guys and then do an attack, you just stand in the back. We would actually get an additional unit here. So I'm gonna... We can't swap these guys, but anyway. Actually... I should have stepped this unit away, so it doesn't get attacked for sure. Okay. So that gets me another unit, which makes me think that, and actually some more influence as well. Now, picking on turn 6 is not as risky as picking on turn 7. But we have this, actually the layer would mean that I would pick on turn 8. Actually no, it wouldn't, because okay, so I can't both step on this and on this because I only have one move left, and this is basically guaranteed an additional unit. So I'm gonna risk it, although we will load back to this turn if we lose the Harappans. Because in that case we may as well restart the game. Alright, we'll step onto this elevated terrain. Okay. Now this is a risky move. Picking on turn 6 is relatively safe. We'll get whichever one we want. Picking on turn 7 is less safe. But it gets us an additional curiosity, plus it gets us an additional unit in here, and maybe even 2, depending on how much food is in that one. And we get another move with this big unit over here. So let's see what happens.
By building an outpost, claiming territory is this easy. The trick, of course, is keeping it.
So things are still safe, but we have to pick a culture this turn. So that's 5. There's some good stuff there. Now I could attack this unit, and I will. We'll position ourselves up there. This damages the unit a lot. And now the deer will kill itself. So we've won that. Gained a small amount of food, a little bit of influence. Okay. So let's see what happens when we step onto this food. Only 15. So it would have been good to actually have those together, but you know, they're on opposite sides of the map. So with this unit, we will actually just fan ourselves out. So the thing is, there's no point in burning this down because we have to pick a culture this turn. Otherwise we would get an additional unit. So otherwise I would stay on this sanctuary, but I would rather go for the curiosity. Okay. Now let's go with the second unit. And we'll take that unit into the fog of war over here. We'll step these guys out. You have to be careful to change the selection here. So that's lucky, we got another curiosity right here. In fact, if we get one more curiosity, then we would get a nice little bonus. And I think if we killed a couple more animals, we also would. So we'll step these guys here. Step him here. Okay, we only got food, which is slightly unlucky because we can't really do anything with that food. And then the last move that we have here is actually step this unit and along here, and we might get another curiosity on there. We'll see. But I doubt it. Yeah, unfortunately we don't. Okay. I think this is a pretty good exit point. For this era. We haven't found our neighbor yet, and we really need to find our neighbor. Plus, we also need to get these damaged units back into our borders, heal them up, and then go after one of our neighbors. Okay. So doing all of the animals doesn't really get you anything, but this knowledge star would be helpful. The thing is that it's too risky to not advance this era. So what I'm gonna do is we'll pick the Harapans. Okay, why are we picking the Harapans? Well, in the early game, in the ancient era, most of your yields will come from population, and the Harapans are really good at producing population from the food. Especially for food on river, right? So they get +2 food if there is a river. And they also have this canal network, which is really good. Then the other thing is they have these runners, which are upgraded scouts, which is a really good way of taking cities away from the AI early on in the game. So that's why the Rapans are really good. So yeah, we'll pick them.
The challenges of a young civilization. While the Harapans certainly had markets, they left few remains.
So
Please show us what they might have done.
the problem that we have now is that we don't know where the enemy is. So we have to fix that deficiency as soon as possible. The other problem that we have here is that these units are not able to heal. It would cost me 20 influence if I did it right there. What about in here? Would it cost me? So this outpost costs the same, and there's a much better outpost right here. So I will pick this outpost and then get these units to heal as one unit. Right, come on, John. And then with this unit, we need to go explore south, and we really need to find the location of the enemies. This guy needs to come back and heal, otherwise they're way too vulnerable. But yeah, we'll take a short break. I'll be back in one moment, and then we will continue. Okay, let's keep going. Now, what is it that we're trying to do right now? Like, what are the important things? We really need to find a competitor and hope that this 4 stack is close to them. The reason for that is we need to take at least 1, maybe 2 cities away from our closest competitor to get a big advantage over them, right? So for that, we know maybe they're up here, maybe they're down here, maybe they're over here. I don't know for sure right now, right? So this stack here is going to be mostly healed next turn, which is good. So we'll probably stop healing them next turn. This guy here will explore sort of in this general direction. We'll send these guys in this direction. And then we'll send these 2 guys down here and this guy up here. And then we need to be very quickly like zero in on any empire or any enemy that we find. Okay, the other thing is that we need to evolve this into an outpost. Just looking for borders, and it also looks like this is somewhat close to somewhat close to the green enemy, so they must be somewhere over here. Somewhere close to this. Right, so what are we doing in our cities? Definitely building that first. We get so much food if we put down like an outpost maybe right here or something and attach it. But anyway. Okay. What about now we got pretty unlucky with luxuries. As in, we don't have any luxuries. None at all. Ah, that sucks. We also don't have any horses. Okay, so then the kind of best thing to do is to go after the harbor, because we actually have a really good harbor here. Although, you know, we've already made this into into a city, so we don't get to purchase it with influence anymore, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's keep going. It's always good to wait a little bit and see if the AI wants to show itself. Okay, we will definitely get this influence on
Let's keep it simple. We've been here.
administrator.
It's our place.
Okay, so we will make a move with this unit in this direction. Okay, so there's some dice right here, which is nice. Still did not manage to find the enemy. Okay, with you, we'll step here. And then we can step onto this river. I'm hoping that there's a way through over here. Unfortunately, we're going to lose most of our movement. But I want them to step over here in that direction. I'll leave this to heal for one more turn. Yeah, you can see this little bit of green. I don't know if it actually means anything, but okay, so there's some salt. I don't want to engage the bear. The other problem that I have here is this river. But that's okay. We'll step onto the river. And then next turn we can step onto this mountain to see if we can't find an enemy. Okay. Unfortunately, we do have to end up stepping onto a river right there. This unit should probably be claiming some of this territory. Wow, 74 is the minimum. Okay, with you we're going up here. 74. I don't know why that's so expensive. Okay, so less and less likely that there's someone strictly up here. Some good luxuries right here. Oh, we need to switch to the expert policy here and prioritize science, money, food, production. Okay, why did I prioritize it like this? We need... The only way that we'll actually get anything in terms of science is through population. And that's one of the most important things to keep up with the AI, is to have a good amount of science. The other thing is that probably money is not quite as important as production, so I'm going to sort of reprioritize it a little bit, because we're not going to have a lot of units to maintain. And food is the least important because we have so many other ways of getting a lot of food. So I hope that explains how I made that decision. Okay, I'm quite worried. It's better to actually find an enemy before they advance, and we haven't been able to, because at this point I would be getting a chance to pick off one of their cities for free. Yeah, it looks like we're getting very unlucky here in terms of finding our neighbors. I don't know where they are. I should have found some by now. Still haven't found them. Kind of worried. I only put down 60% landmass, didn't I? Maybe 60% is too much. Need to go down to 40%, because this is taking a long time to find anyone. Okay, this is a really good option. So we need to keep enough influence around to enact this quickly, but at the same time I don't need to spend it right now because we're not fighting. So that's why I'm gonna sit on that decision for now and make sure we stay on at least sort of 35 influence. Now I'm really hoping that the enemy is going to be found with this hunting party, but okay. They did change that in a big way. Faith on Main Plaza versus Faith on Administrative Center. This makes it a lot worse, these two options. It used to be polytheism, no question asked, but this is still better to push religion earlier. If you compare these two, right, you would need 4 administrative centers, 5 administrative centers before this is better. And you get 1 main plaza per city, so I'm still going to go for polytheism. Okay, we're going to walk on this ridge line. How can we have found... this really doesn't make sense. We should have so found an enemy by now. It's really bad that we haven't. Maybe 60% landmass is too much. Okay, so we found them, but it's almost way too late. We'll do a bit of sneaky look. Yeah, they're so far away. We'll sneak up on them with this and then get this stuck up there, but it's gonna be quite a lot of turns. I think I made this map to have too much landmass.
All things must pass. Sadly, right now, that includes your place on the podium of the most famous empires.
I'm thinking of wanting to restart because it's just too far away. I don't like it. I would rather have more interactions with the AI. Like, we haven't been able to do anything with the AI for like 12 turns. If I reduce it by 40%, by 20%, it should have brought them like maybe to here or something like that, which would be more what we want. Okay. Lesson learned. Let's try that again. We have a large map, which is... Oh, that's the problem. We had a large map rather than a normal map, which is for 6 players. So how much bigger is this? 130 versus 95. I think this is gonna push people a lot closer together. That was a mistake. Alright. That's better. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, we do have to restart. We did get a fairly decent start there, actually.
Here is where it begins.
Wow.
The future that you carve through force of will and a bit of luck, out of the raw stuff of planet Earth. Alliances and enemies, wealth and danger, power and penury. May you leave the greatest mark.
I don't think I've noticed clouds before. They look very nice. Okay. This already feels a little bit good because we have 2 silk here, which help in a big way with stability. So that's good. Now, similar to before, I don't want to go along this coast because I'll discover a lot of water towers, which are unlikely to actually have food on them that I can grab. Well, they won't. Whereas here, I have both elevated territory, so I can see further, as well as clear territory. So that's why I'm going to step in this direction. Now, I can see mountains here, so I'm going to step on this silk next. Okay, we also got incense, which costs us all of our movement, but I don't think there was anything better that we could have done here. So there's a curiosity here.
Died out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of study.
Now, I'm kind of scared here, in that we haven't found any food and it's already turned 3. So... And... oh my god. What is this? How is there no food on this map? Okay. +2 food on city or outpost. We will do that, but how is there no food at all? Okay, there's a sanctuary. There should have been so much more food. I don't understand this. Like, we haven't found any. This really doesn't make sense the way it's playing at the moment. So there's some food right here.
Sustenance,
5.
security, and pleasure. Wonderful stuff, this simple food.
Like last time we got so much food, and then somehow this time there's none. I mean, we'll get our curiosities, I assume. It seems like the food spawning algorithm is kind of bugged. It's turn 9. Alright. Let's try that again. Why was there no food? Come on, game.
Our universe contains infinite stores
Sorry
across the
about that.
world. Nascent societies are taking a deep breath,
Okay,
looking across the landscape and preparing for greatness.
there's no point in continuing a game that has a low chance of success, right? So we still have some of the incense here. We also have a river. Looks like we spawned kind of north as well. Okay, we'll follow this river. There's again, like, how is there no food anywhere in sight? I don't understand that. Okay, so there's food right here.
Delicious. Though next time, it might be better if you washed it first.
And now the only other food is there, which will take us probably quite a lot of turns to go. It seems so random how this food situation plays out. Yeah, we'll welcome this tribe. Don't combine those two units. It's a really bad idea. Okay, so that gets us another hunting party. Now we're getting a decent amount of food. So the only problem with moving this unit onto this food is that this unit here will retain the food. So it's actually better to get the last unit of this army to step onto here and get this other tribe to just keep exploring this river. Yeah, it'd be really good if they made this more predictable in terms of, and reliable in terms of the amount of food that you actually end up getting. We still haven't found any curiosity in this game at all. Like, we haven't got any influence. We haven't found an animal either. Okay, there's a curiosity right there, which is good.
Even those who have disappeared may have done something very clever.
We will go with these guys and found a city, probably on one of these tiles that's within reach, right? 8, 11 is pretty good. So yeah, we'll go for this tile next turn. Okay, you have some food on there, which is good. That'll get these guys something else. Okay. Let's see if we get lucky with this. I don't think we will. No, only 5. Do these guys have any food? They do. But not going for the next era in this turn is highly risky. Okay. Maybe 5 will have to be enough. Turn 7, and not going for it right now would be a really bad move. Because next turn the AI is going to pick. And they like to pick the Harappans. So we can group up these 4 guys into one strike force and probably get them to go out in one of these directions. And have this guy maybe scout in this direction. Alright. This is kind of an average start, I would say.
While the Harappans certainly had markets, they left few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
We'll get these guys down there. These guys can make their way around here, and these guys can follow. So we'll generally have this force sort of move in this direction and then zero in on an enemy that we find. We do need to burn down this layer. Still haven't found any particular enemy. We will also want to research calendar because of these 2 incense here.
You have built a first outpost, adding another territory to your empire.
Okay.
I know you're hoping this is the beginning of something very, very big.
We also have silk, which is quite good. Okay, you can make your way in this direction. I do want these guys to go south here. Okay, so we got that. Okay, I don't want to actually have to defeat that bear. Still have not found any player, but it's not as scary as it was last time yet. Okay, so there is... It looks like the end of the continent over here. Let's step and confirm. Yes. So that means that the enemy is very likely to be down here and over here. Right? So let's use this unit... step in this direction. Some more incense. I should have stepped this unit onto the river. Because now next turn I have to step them onto the river. Okay. Let's converge. Still haven't found them. It's so far away. Alright, I'm gonna step on here. Actually gives me a good chance to join up these couple of units. Oh, this mammoth is really badly placed. Because it basically means that I can't step. Like I could have been able to go a lot further if the mammoth hadn't stepped on that tile. Okay. There must be an enemy like right here. Okay. Still haven't found them. We found a huge amount of luxuries though. Okay. So we've researched calendar. Step down here. Let's see. The continent ends over here as well. Still haven't found them. Amazing. Found a very good river system down here though. Okay. We'll definitely put down this incense. And then I would like another one of these. Let's go for expert policy. Yes, that's good. My god. Probably this unit first, actually. Okay. What do we want? We want harvest. The reason that I'm getting the unit is so that I can keep putting down outposts. How? Okay, we need to burn down this.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans.
Oh my
Let's hope
god.
relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
That's still like a huge distance away from each other. Okay, at least we know where they are, and we have a nice little force over here. I'm gonna step these guys like right here. Okay, we can step them here. We still haven't found actually their territory. Ooh, right here, this far away. They must now make them spawn like as far away from each other on the continent as possible. So that's a change in the spawning algorithm of the empires. Like it used to be that we probably would have spawned like somewhere here and they would have spawned somewhere here. But now it's like crazy far away from each other. The other thing is that fighting a city with 2 population in it is less winnable. And it's probably going to get to 3 or maybe 4 pretty soon. Alright. Maybe 60% landmass is too much in this new world. In this new version of the game. Maybe 40% is what we need. Okay, so they get another unit. Let's get this guy down here in support. How many turns until we're able to get here? 6 turns. They get nearly 1 population every turn. So it takes... Which is crazy, right? Like the AI bonuses. Sure. This one in 5 turns. This changes the game in a big way. Really big way. Let's see if we could attack them at this point in the game. Why did you do that? I highly doubt it. 5 turns, and that's like an optimistic view. you come and claim territory. Yeah, right here would be good. Right, finish your moves. Yeah, gonna be stopped by that river. They are recruiting units very heavily at the moment, because you can see that their population is dropping. Okay, very interesting. Right, we do need to keep claiming territory here, but stepping onto that would be good. Plus it gets me onto the river anyway, so that'll be fine. Alright, let's step onto here because this territory should be next. Alright. So we would still win this, although they have barricades. (56 versus 39). I think it was like 2 turns too slow or something like that. 2 or 3 turns, and this would actually be far more winnable. But we'll try it, and then if it's too hard, then we need to sort of start over and reduce the amount of land that's available to everyone, because they've changed the... I think they have made empires spawn further away from each other, which means that it takes a lot more turns to fight.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
Okay. That kills them? How does that work? It didn't used to kill you just straight up. I think they changed that as well. I guess they do have barricades. Alright. This is too much land for the AI to play with, for me to be able to win this in the long run. So we're going to try again. I guess, you know, after each patch you have to do some experimentation. Let's go to 40%. We also got very unlucky with the number of units in that one. Actually, no, it was probably average, but anyway. Let's try it again. I should have also attacked maybe a bit closer to the city center there, but yeah. Like once they get palisades,
while your tribe looks
nearly impossible.
The weight of all those future
Okay.
generations.
So similar to last time.
What sort of lives will they have?
Okay, so we got saffron, which is kind of an average luxury because we're not going to have farmers, but having the luxury is better. Okay, so there's a curiosity here, and next turn we'll be able to go for that food. So let's go for the curiosity.
You could learn what killed them.
I would prefer to wait to finding to find a river before we create a settlement. Oh boy.
Full bellies and healthy children. I see where this is going.
Okay, so there's another curiosity right here. Very good. Let's keep going. Seems to be like a lot more curiosities compared to food these days. I don't want to attack the... okay, here we go. Now I do want to attack this deer. Okay. It's always a good start. Okay, we can see some food over there. So that gets us an additional unit, and that gets us also an additional unit. Plus there's a sanctuary over here. So we can go ransack that. That gets us that thing. Probably go for the food. Okay. We will step on... Actually, we'll take this tribe and do the sanctuary with that tribe. And then we'll get this tribe down here to keep exploring. We have a river system here, so we're gonna put down our first city onto this river system. Okay, you go after the food. Then I know that there's a curiosity somewhere up here. Alright. This is... They just took that. But I wanted them to be close, didn't I? This is very close. This would be a terrible location for an outpost. 11-6, 13-9. We'll probably go for this 13-9. But because they are so close... Okay, so what do you have? Right. Plant lore, legacy, trade. We'll probably go for the science. Or the industry. We'll have good science, but we're gonna have poor industry, so we're gonna pick the makers. Okay, so the reason I'm not going into the next era this turn is because we're about to get an additional unit here, and then we'll have a 4-stack, which we can use to actually take this city once they advance to the next era. So that's the reason why we're not going for it this turn. But we will go for it. You better not attack me. Okay. So this is an additional unit. We will send one of the tribe units on here. And they have 15. Okay. You can go this direction. Feels bad that we don't have an outpost yet. Oh, change. Didn't get lucky. Okay, we will have to pick. Harappans.
Ah, the challenge. While the Harappans certainly had markets, they left few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
Okay, so this unit all of these units need to get together into one stack. I don't know what's going to happen here. They seem to have gotten a lot of units. And then we'll want to attack these guys and take their city straight away. Better not fight me. They seem to be less interested in fighting these days, the AI. They used to just attack you all the time.
Rapid and dangerous, the Hittites. Get ready to hear the sound of chariots when you least expect it.
Okay. What is this? This is a mess. I'm like downstream. Are we restarting again? Alright, let's fight this out. They do lose then. So they have their city like right there. Alright, we'll step those units away. But then, you know, we need to go after this city as soon as possible. This was way too close. It's like either you're kilometers away from each other or right next to each other. And we also got really unlucky with food and so on. But it feels like we seem to do that a lot these days. What is this? What are they fighting me with? Scouts.
Over this way.
I don't understand. We keep getting very bad rolls on here. Alright. You... Right. Alright.
I offer. Everything seems adequate. I can overlook this. I think you'll find.
That gets us a nice bit of war support, which is good. Right, let's step onto that river. Let's see how we go with taking the city away from them. Now the problem that we have here is that yeah, that we are not healing. So that's why I had to put that outpost down right there. We are going to step onto there. Keep losing these battles, which is good. But if we don't win this war soon, it's gonna be pretty bad.
The first outpost means a first step into a new territory and a new extension of your empire's power, but also a new vulnerability.
They insist on fighting me here. Alright, we're gonna kill them. They did attach that to their city. Now, we're going to step onto here. And then next turn we should be able to declare war and win this city from them. So we'll see how that goes.
A first city constructed. Walls, roofs.
I think it'll be enough to take this city away from them. I have very high war support and they have next to no war support, so we don't need to declare war this turn. We'll get a slight bit of health back here. The only thing is that these units are very low on health, so yeah, we'll definitely take calendar. Alright, I'm interested to see how this goes. Alright, we will declare war. They have their units over there. And then we'll take your city.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
Okay. So let's step into here. I don't understand why I have so much more damage that I get compared to them. I'm gonna see if they end up attacking me. I only have to take this. They do end up attacking me. So we'll step this away, step this in, and it's... I don't think that they attacked me. I think we might lose this. We will definitely lose this. We'll get there eventually. We've lost lots of games here, but that's okay. At some point we'll get lucky and we'll get out of the early game. Lucky enough. But this 40% land is definitely better. It was just that we keep spawning like in places where there's not a lot of food. So we don't get our units up, and here it was so interlocked that we couldn't form a proper army. But yeah, okay. Let's try that again. It's always good to learn something, right? And also to, I don't know, sometimes you get unlucky, and there seems to be a lot of randomness in the early game these days with, like, sometimes you get piles of food, sometimes you get no food, or sometimes you get piles of food but no curiosities, and it'd be good if it was more balanced.
A new world, a new history,
okay.
untold possibilities.
I know there's no food
There's
this
so much
direction.
to see, to do, to learn, or depending on one's preferences, to destroy.
So let's go. Let's go onto this hill here. Again, no food anywhere in sight. Okay, there we go. At least we get some food there.
Sustenance, security, and pleasure. Wonderful stuff, this simple food.
Is this the end of the continent? You know, I think it is. Okay, so there's a curiosity here which we'll step on.
Just because a culture died out doesn't mean it wasn't.
And then we'll go for this food down here. Okay, hopefully... I was gonna say hopefully that gets us another unit, but oh my god, that's bad. I think the content ends down here as well, so presumably we have to go in this direction. Alright, at least that gets us an additional tribe unit. Okay. 10-6. How? How? Okay, at least we get a layer. But we're gonna get attacked over here, most likely. They're already advanced. Yeah, they're definitely going to attack us, and then that'll be the end of us. There's no way we're gonna win this war against them. I don't know how they... I guess they haven't put down an outpost. No. Sorry, not worth playing. Why is it so random? Content shape custom. Let's go for regular. All right. Hopefully we get at least one game going here.
Across the world, nascent societies are taking a deep breath, looking across the landscape.
There seems to be a river. Oh, we already stepped onto the river, so that's why it'll be worth exploring this river upstream. This is an excellent first outpost. But yeah, we'll step on off this river.
Bellies and healthy children. I see where this is going.
And then we'll step down here. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit more food right here. Alright. That was decent. Let's go for this. So we got some nuts there. It's so critical to get your first one of these units. We should definitely leave this to be taken by this unit. So we should be able to get there next turn. Yeah. Alright. We'll take this. What is this? Definitely chase. Okay. That gets us a 4th unit. We still don't have a curiosity collected though. Let's step onto this river. And then we can take this tribe unit and get it to move around. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was a really good turn. one way or the other we'll have to step onto a river here. Okay, who do I want? You will take this food because you have a chance, and the chance eventuated. Alright, we really need this.
If you learn nothing else, you could learn what killed them.
Okay. In place here is 10:15. So we'll take the in place location. Now we're on turn 6, so I'm gonna leave it to next turn. Because we can... Oh, we don't get that food. So it'd be better to try to find another food with these guys. Alright, let's step these guys down here. Potentially get this food. These guys will be able to collect this curiosity. We'll get this tribe to go back in this direction. To go after this food. And then this tribe... Do you have food? Yeah. So... Oh, they can't make it to that. They can make it to that. Maybe they can step onto something else. Okay, but these guys... they can only really step onto here. If they were on here next turn and these guys didn't move, that would be really good. Okay. So we will ask for us to be reminded later. Because we can still get lucky in a bunch of places next turn. Okay. This is actually really good that this deer unit stepped there, because now we can attack. Okay. That gets us an additional unit right here. We'll step onto this curiosity. Definitely should step onto there, but that wasn't enough. Okay, unfortunate. Now, these guys just have to find a food. I know that, you know, this is very tantalizing, but we can't make it. So we have to step somewhere else and just hope that we find something, but we don't get lucky. Okay, you can step back in this direction. Okay, you don't get anything. You can still do more. Okay, 2 curiosities. I don't think this can... No. Okay, I think we have to pick cultures now. Oh, come on. Turn 7. Alright, let's see. Was I able to pick last turn? If we can pick last turn, I will do it. Alright, I have to remember what all of our moves are here. I don't remember what the moves are. I think there was a curiosity that we were able to find with this. But that's next turn. Okay. Hang on, wasn't there some food that... Yeah. So that does unlock this for this turn. Okay. I don't know, we might get lucky. We didn't. Okay, let's see. Is there a curiosity? We do have to choose. Okay. I guess we'll have to choose before we're able to found an outpost.
While the Haraban certainly had markets, they left few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
I don't think that gets us. Now we have to scour the lands for a curiosity somewhere to be able to found our first outpost. This is bad. Oh wait, I guess we can do it for free. I'll do the 1814. Okay, that's good to know that you actually get to do it for free if you advance to the next era. Okay, so now it'll be a challenge of finding the enemy. Okay, if that hasn't been found, then I'm gonna bet that it's in this direction. Like if I'm the first one to discover this, then the chances that any of them are in that direction is very low. So let's converge down here. There should be an enemy like right around here. Right, how did we go with... Yeah, we did decent, but we also don't have an outpost anywhere. Alright, we will go for fishing then. Cool. Okay, there's a sanctuary right there.
By building an outpost, claiming territory is this easy. The trick, of course, is keeping it.
So,
It is
evolve
not
into a
just bunch of
city.
buildings. It is warmth, protection, and, praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
Alright. Now we have to really find the enemy as fast as we possibly can. Okay, you are very annoying. Stupid deer. Move it. Thank you.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans, let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
Okay, so we found the
A temporary
Mycenaeans.
setback, I hope. But your empire has been outdone, and others are now leaving a greater mark.
This might be the game. We just have to make sure that this unit doesn't get locked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn we need to maybe converge into a 4-stack around this army. Make sure that we run this unit away. Okay, so they attacked over here, which is good. Alright, jump you into there. Jump you into there. It's unfortunate that there's some rivers around here, because it's going to take us another couple of turns.
For both of our
Sure.
vessel I can sing the praises of.
We will have to do a surprise war.
Time to see what happens when foreign cultures get together and decide to merge each other.
They are going to lose this battle easily.
Come over here.
So if I don't attack, like I have a massive combat bonus advantage. If I leave them down here, they might attack me from here and I'll take more damage. So I don't know why they do that, the AI, but they do. Okay, we'll step onto here. And then next turn we can actually attack, which will be good. So we can either attack from here or presumably from here, which pushes their deployment zone downhill. So we'll probably do it from this river tile. Okay. This unit probably needs to come back and keep claiming territory. Let's get you into here. Okay. Next turn will be exciting. So we can step all the way here for free and maybe get some more information. And then we'll have to surprise war and go after this. And I think I want to attack. Alternatively, so if I go here and attack, my deployment zone includes this over here. If I do this, which gives me a better angle to go for their city square. Okay, so what do they have? They just have a scout rider and some militia. Okay. Am I okay with this? I would probably prefer this unit to be over there. Wow. I don't know how we do so little damage against them. They have like a 30 combat strength. From friendly units, from defending, from veterancy. We get a rear attack bonus. Alright. I think we have to do this. 24. They just straight up die if we do that.
Off we go.
I think it'll just be attacking into the city. And we need to step this unit away so that we can keep getting rear attacks. So let's step this unit here. As long as I don't capture that tile. I only need that tile. That's all I need. Alright. Okay. So I could step this unit back and then use the healthy unit to attack. So I'm gonna do that.
Follow me.
So the lucky thing here is that we actually managed to get this tile this turn. Now they did manage to retake this. So our chances are worse right now. Much worse. It is... Maybe if we go back... Let's see. Let's go back to... turn 7. Because we know where they are now. And it makes a massive difference the number of turns that it actually takes for you to find them. So we'll go back to turn 7. Cheater! Wow, you know, the AI gets so many cheater bonuses. It's nearly impossible to win without some information advantage. Okay. So we'll take this outpost, and then we need to converge in this direction here. This unit will stay around here to keep claiming territories. So let's get this unit here. Okay, so we can get you right here. And then we can join up all of these units. I hope. Nope. Not quite. Next turn we can. They are like right over here. So it'll be really important for us to get there slightly earlier so they have slightly less population and they don't get a scout rider out. Okay. We see it right here. So we need to get to this tile. Cool. Right, I'll stay right here for now. Yep.
A city, shelter for those who need it. A place to store food. Pens for the pigs. It may not be glorious, but it...
And we'll go for fishing, and we need to do our sort of expert policy here, like that. Okay. Now, stepping onto this river might be good, but I'm not gonna advance this unit because it'll just die. Alright, let's step onto here.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
Okay, we'll see how we go here next turn. What do you want?
Help me make this world avenged.
It would be nice at this point to have the organized warfare, but there's just no chance of that. Okay, now we don't need this unit scouting here anymore. We can get it back and plant some outposts. Okay, let's see if they happen to step this unit far away, because that makes the attack easier. Okay, if we wanted to step here, we would need to step here anyway. So now we need to declare war. Yeah, let's do trade. Right, let's step here. I'm worried that I can't actually step onto that tile.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how
Okay,
your
so
fight
they
is
have
ending.
a little bit of militia. We have a bad deployment zone here. Anyway. Alright. They did, well, we'll see where they deploy themselves, but surely we don't want that unit up there. Oh, they sell it out at me. Okay. If they want to... If I'm defending here, then they have to kill my units, otherwise I get this city. So, good luck with that. I'm the defender. Let's see how this works out. Hope they can't come and reinforce. Alright. Still need to wait a little bit. 61 influence? They have really increased this in a big way. This claimed territory. 61 influence. Like, it's gonna be so much slower to attach territory at this, in this new version of the my god.
Off we go.
You know, you have to take this outpost, right? Otherwise you lose. Oh, I guess that didn't work. So I lost a unit there, which wasn't the best. So let's go back. Plus we wasted a bunch of turns. Let's go back to turn 11. And I would rather have a different deployment zone than the one that I actually got. See how this goes. They keep changing the game in big ways on us.
Come over here. And now you've met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are
Because if I attack from here, I might get this tile. Right. Certainly isn't as easy as it used to be with the... Okay. Move that unit away, will you? Okay. Let's step to here. And then introduce and war. So if we attack from here... Yeah, we at least get this down here, which allows us to get onto there.
bloody and smelly, aren't they? History may be changed by battles, but that doesn't mean they're enjoyable. Come over here.
I will leave this tile open as a lure. I would rather not actually... Actually, this tile is fine. Okay. So, what do they have? They have those units. Alright. This is about an even attack, so I think that's okay. was not a very good move. Okay, so we get to kill that unit. And then I would like to step onto here with this unit. Get this unit maybe reinforcing. Still 46 damage. Hang on. We also didn't get our boost to combat damage. Civic. Okay, let's step here. Let's try to do a bit of defense here. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna win that. Might just click the auto resolve button. See what happens. Oh, they attacked. Which was a bad move on their part. Let's see if they attack again. They do. That almost kills that unit. So I do want to step here. Oh, that kills that unit. Maybe we need to use this as a lure more. And only fight units in here. Okay. We'll eventually solve this puzzle. Let's load this turn. So stepping onto that river tile is really bad for that unit. The thing is, if I attacking from this direction would be so much better. So next turn we could end up being on this tile and attack. The only thing is that they might get more units in range by then. But let's try that once. Let's try stepping on here and attacking from there. Because we get so much better tiles. That was bad. Well, we'll see what they do with that unit next turn. Might have to try that again, because I'm now locked. Well, they also got an additional unit. So I can step there and then attack.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
We lost. Okay. Let's try this turn again. Because in one of those cases I'm better, I have more of a chance. So maybe if we use auto resolution there, we'll win. The positioning here is very bad. Very hard to deal with.
Enchant.
Plus they get an additional population.
Time to see what happens when foreign cultures get together and
Nope.
decide to murder each other.
Let's try this turn rather than the other turn. So I still think that this tile is the better tile to attack from.
Off we go.
Because we get this tile to attack into the city. But you take so much damage with just these stupid palisades. They've placed this city pretty
Time for
well.
your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
I'm the attacker in this case. Wow, -6.
For your family. Let's go. No fear.
This is the best that I can do.
All together. Let's go.
Maybe next turn, I might be able to capture this tile, but I don't know. If I hold on to that tile, I'll win the siege, but it's not looking good. I don't think this city is possible to actually capture. Okay, stay there. Ooh, +11 food. Let's go for one of the +11s. The only thing that could happen here is if they kill each other, then come on. Why can't I step onto this? Okay, they will step onto there, and then it's impossible for me to actually win this. Okay. Alright. We'll have to try this one again. We'll go for one more try this stream, and then maybe we'll leave it until next time. I don't understand how they've changed the territory capturing to be that expensive. Like, it means that you can't take more than one piece of territory. I don't think that was intentional on their part. That was a mistake. But like, it was in the patch notes, it said that they only changed it for lots of territory, but we're also getting the higher influence cost per territory very early on in the game as well.
Our universe, a race begins. A new world.
Alright, I'm not
a new
gonna
history,
play in the
untold possibilities.
in the
There
tundra.
is so much to see.
We keep spawning in it, like every time, almost. Snow is bad because it doesn't produce as much food and so on.
Here is where it begins.
Alright, let's
The future
see how we
of
go
power
in this
and
one.
force of will and a bit of luck, out of the raw stuff of planet Earth, alliances and enemies, wealth and danger, power and penury, may you leave the greatest mark.
May I leave the greatest mark? We'll see. We've been having lots of problems here. Alright, let's see if there is food in this direction. There's food right here. Okay. At least we get one. Let's go back in this direction here. There might be a sanctuary somewhere over here, which would be good. And this unit can explore in this direction. We will definitely chase. Come on, where's the sanctuary? So there's some food there, which is good, and there's a curiosity over here. The curiosity is critical because, yeah. I think there was something down here, but anyway.
Just because a culture died out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of study.
Okay, we have to step onto one of these rivers, and I'm gonna step on this one. And then we can go after that bit of food. Okay, there's food down there as well, which should be enough. Okay, oh, we should have checked. 514, 614. Anyway, this will be really good. And hopefully this is enough food to... Okay. Only just didn't get lucky enough. But this mammoth is really good that it's there. We'll also actually fight this deer, because that'll get this. Okay, we'll get the deer to attack me. How come that only got me 2 food? That really sucks. Okay, next turn we can combine these 2 units onto here. Although we can also go for that food and then combine. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll take this. Actually, we'll use this unit to go after this mammoth. It's turn 8. How is it turn 8? We got unlucky again with food. Alright, we have to choose. Their weapons are gone. Oh. So unlucky. So unlucky. I mean, if it takes you to turn 8 to advance, I mean, they are right there. And even with scouts, you can sometimes win. Let's try and go for them. And we'll pick the Zhao.
Ah, the challenger. Perhaps you don't really need to focus on markets when you have deep philosophers and dangerous chariots.
Chariots are not going to be helpful. So that if
A
it's
first
20 and now it's
roofs,
61.
outcasts. Ah, the luxuries of civilization.
I don't understand that. Okay, and we spawn in the south this time, right next to the tundra again. Alright, I guess we'll go for the harbor, and then we'll do an expert policy here. Alright, let's see if we can win with these units alone. I don't know if we will. Do need to take a look. If they haven't advanced to the next era yet, which they might not have, then it's early enough that we can get lucky. Are these still? They are still a nomadic tribe. So we might just get slightly lucky here. We'll see. So we just have to wait for them to turn their outpost into a city. Looks like we get more influence. Oh, but it's from this guy. Anyway, we will want to capture territory. Oh, looks like they have 2 territories. So I'm not sure how we will go here. We should put an outpost like somewhere here because there's an amazing science location.
Rapid and dangerous, the Hittites. Get ready to hear the sound of chariots when you least expect it.
Alright, we'll join up these 2 guys. Come on, join up. We might.
For both of our
Alright, skip your turn. So you've built that. It's just worth it for the stability bonus per district. Come on, put down your outpost, your city. Go to the next era. Enjoy. Still need to find it. There's still a hunting party. We're going to put it right here because I want this location. Actually, we could have put it here. Well, no, I want this location. Alright. So we found the outpost. I want to find the other one as well. Okay. So here I can go for either one of those 2 whenever they choose to advance to the next era. And if I have 2 cities, I'm going to have a big enough advantage over them to actually be able to win this in the long run. Okay, let's keep going over here. They just have to found their city. Owned by the unknown. Can I go attack? I can.
Time to see what happens when foreign cultures get together and decide to
They
merge.
do run away. Come on, found your stupid outpost. Found your culture. I need them to do it soon.
They have a certain appeal, the Olmecs. Be careful that your people don't start liking the neighbors more than you.
Right. So, this is as good as a chance as we can possibly get here. They have attached their sort of administrative center. This is their capital. We declare war. If we don't win this, then, you know, I don't think it's meant to be. They only have 2 units. I mean, this is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, this unit really needs to come down here. The only thing is that, you know...
Come over here. Right.
Alright. We have to make use of this and hope they attack me out. Like they are.
Attack! Follow me.
But that is too much damage on this unit. I will park this unit back here. Okay, that's really good that they did that. Next turn we should be able to take out this unit with this unit. I hope. And then we should be able to step into the city. And then we get the massive combat bonus advantage. I think it really needs to be possible to take this city with these units, but I don't know. Still don't have the ability to pick my civics.
Off we go. Come over here.
This is like crazy expensive now. 124.
In constructing an emblematic force, you have become a builder and a creator. There is more to creating an empire than just yelling orders.
Okay, we'll have to try this one again. Zhao turn 17? It is only one tile from which we can attack, but I would rather actually have this be the city. I don't know, maybe they'll change their mind this time around. Let's attack them there.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
Didn't see this cliff. Anyway. This really must be possible.
Help me make
They are really weak, so the Harappans would have been much better. Let's assault. And let's see, maybe instant resolution is better here. Oh, really? Zhao turn 18. We would have a much better chance with the what do you call the Harappans because of their better combat strength.
Help me make this world.
Follow me.
They tend to deploy that unit in here. So maybe we'll go and attack. Oh, come on. I'll step that unit here, but alright, let's see.
Let's go. Will do. Attack! No mercy.
I don't know, this is a really bad attack. But what else can we do here? That killed this unit? Alright, I don't think this siege is possible. I really don't think it's possible. I don't know if we could have gotten an archer over there in time. How long would it take to build one? 6 turns. But even one archer positioned up here wouldn't do a huge amount of damage. Still not lucky enough. I mean, this only has one good tile to attack from. So that city placement is actually really good. This is much worse, but would have been nearly impossible to... Well, it would have been easier to attack this. Plus we didn't get the Harappans. Oh, man. They made this a lot harder, somehow. I used to be able to do it maybe once every 3 games. And now we've tried probably 5 games. Interesting. I still don't think that it's possible.
A new era, a new epoch. While your tribe looks to you for leadership,
Okay,
the weight of all those future, unborn generations also
stuck
weighs
in
upon your
woodland.
decisions. What sort of lives will they have?
Let's go over here.
Delicious. Though next time it might be better if you washed it first.
All right. At least we get a curiosity.
If you learn nothing else, you could learn what killed them.
Right, 7-7. Oh, this is right on the border, which is why they're not that good. 12-3. I definitely need to step onto this to get that food next turn. Alright, let's go for that. And then we'll go for this. Maybe put down a... Oops. This second unit needs to keep exploring this direction.
Onward.
Maybe, yeah, definitely need to do that. You have no food, but you actually, well, you have also got no food, so it doesn't matter which one we pick. Alright. Alright. Got a little bit of food on that. Also got a little bit of influence. But we need 20 for the next one. Okay, let's see. Five. Alright, we'll go for the curiosity. Probably not gonna make it again, are we? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's step onto the river. Ooh, there's a mammoth. A mammoth is good, but I need 2 units to be able to deal with it. So I can't do it with 1 unit. That's too many turns. Maybe we get lucky and the mammoth walks in our direction. Okay. Had to reprioritize right there. Ooh. So we found someone very close by. They are burning down the sanctuary. But this is good. We just have to make sure, hope that we get the Harappans. But I don't know how we will actually manage to do that. Like, it's not like we're going to get all of our curiosities done next turn, right?
You have built a first outpost, adding another territory to your empire. I
If
know
this says the
you're hoping
Harappans.
This is the beginning of something very, very big.
Come on. Nubians. Okay. So we can go for this turn, which is good. Oh, come on. We got stuck in there, stupid. That's not gonna do it either, unfortunately. Great Barrier Reef. It looks like this is all of their units. So if we somehow manage to get the Harappans, I don't think that we will. Yeah, see? And I think these guys got the Harappans as well. Yeah. Oh. Hang on, I made a mistake. Oh, weird. I think we're just getting unlucky. How come we're getting so unlucky? I want to reduce the number of rivers a little bit. That's 6 rerolls. 6.
The race begins. A new world, a new history.
Alright, let's step onto here.
There is so much to see, to do, to learn, or, depending on one's preferences, to destroy. Sustenance, security.
5 food.
Wonderful
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
This simple food.
After this attempt, we'll call it a stream because it's just we're not getting lucky. Yeah, I mean it's already not looking really bad. What is this? I really can't afford to do that. It's just curiosities. Alright, I don't think it's meant to be today. Oh, that feels bad. Let's try again next time. I don't know what's going on, but the food situation is really, really unlucky. And we've gotten unlucky way too many times here. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for today. So thanks for watching, and until next time. Bye.